commercial. There's a number of times that people have brought up the fact that there exists the CIA and the success of the triathlon. For those of you who didn't know about the triathlon or somehow weren't here that weekend, we had 426 participants in the triathlon. It attracted over 1,000 people here. Next year, we have a 5-year contract for that race. The second year is coming up, and we have been told in advance that we could, not possibly, but probably, will have double the number of people entered in next year that we had this year. That means we may have anywhere from 1,600 to 2,000 people coming into the community. It is a boon. It can be a boon for the community. It's the 3rd week of July next year. We need more volunteers than we had last year, so if you will spread the word, and we will be much more organized this coming year than we were last year. I have a number of questions that are pointed directly at people that have a tone of attack on them, and I'm not going to, just for your information, I'm not going to ask those questions. I have 4 left, and it's getting close to 9 o'clock. 2 questions at one time. Yes.
Can I suggest you pick one more question? A lot of the folks have left, and we've been here for quite a while. And I think one more question and let everybody else talk for about 2 minutes. And I think everybody's about ready to go home.
If that's agreeable with all of you.
Let's have a show of hands.
If you wanted to go on, or you want, I have 4, but I can basically put them in one. Ask 2 questions at the same time.
Do it.
Yeah.
Here's the question. Most of you, with the exception of Don, who I think is retired fully. I don't know if any of the rest of you are retired or unemployed. But do you feel your job will interfere with your responsibility as a trustee or a supervisor? And secondly, if elected, will you hold regular hours at the Township Hall to meet people? Some of you already answered this question, but for those that didn't, you can fill it in again.
Well, yes, I am fully retired, and when you're fully retired, you find you don't have enough time to get the things done you want to get done. Be that as it may, though, yes, as a supervisor, I think that we need to have additional time set aside so that citizens can meet with the township supervisor, zoning administrator, perhaps the treasurer, and also the assessor. They do this down in Silver Creek Township. It's always been said that it's a larger township. Therefore, that's why they've gone to some additional hours, but I think we can well afford to do that here in Keeler Township. I would make myself available at all times by telephone, but certainly step up some additional time at the Township Hall as well. I have a mixed blessing in all the years that my name was on marquee up at the Keeler Township Hall. My name was long enough that there was no room to put my telephone number after. I think in all the years that I served, the 15 years on the Township Board, I received perhaps 4 telephone calls in all of that time.
Personally, I'm only working part-time right now, and with the blessings of my wife, if I do happen to win this election, that I will be full-time supervisor, make myself more available to all of you, whether it's township hours, emails, telephone calls. I'll be there for you all.
In the past, it seems like the Township Board wasn't accessible to people. I'd like to see 1 or 2 offices. There's one there now that is kind of shared by everybody. I'd like to see maybe another, maybe even 3 small offices that the treasurer can do his work in there with a computer instead of at home. The clerk can do his work in that office instead of at home, and be in that township office more than they are in their own houses. Seems to me that people are calling their houses and they're not getting a call back. They're never home, they're letting the answer machine take it, they don't get a call back. I mean, 2 weeks later, they don't get a call back, it's just forgotten. I'd like to see the township board spend more time in the office, and as supervisor, I will spend more time in the office. I have part-time jobs, Pokagon Township, I'm the zoning administrator, and I'm the code enforcement officer down there. That in no way would hinge on me being supervisor in Keeler Township. If it did, I would let that job go, but I don't think it will infringe on it at all, and I think I'd be able to spend and put a lot of hours in at the Keeler Township Hall and be there available for you guys to talk to.
All right, I got a short answer for you finally. No, my job will not interfere with being the supervisor of the township. Furthermore, in my opening remarks, I did state about the transparency of our local government. There is no reason whatsoever that the members of the board don't have a BlackBerry or some other kind of communications device. In the business world, we call it always on. There's no reason you shouldn't be able to contact us via cell phones anytime. And we should have a rule. It's a professional courtesy to return a call within 24 hours. It's just the nature of the beast. So those are things I'd implement as the township supervisor. And the second part of the question was regular hours. Of course. Not only should we have regular hours at the township, but perhaps we should have some kind of a social gathering, like a meet and greet, similar to this, maybe the Lions Club, maybe over at the ice cream parlor, and get everybody else. You can just get to know your neighbors, get to know who is your representative government, ask questions. It doesn't have to be so formal and uptight. This is a great community. I believe it in my heart, and I don't need this position, supervisor. I want this position as supervisor. I want to make a difference in our community. So, darn it, I have another long-winded answer, I'm sorry. But no, my current job will not interfere, and yes, I will have regular office hours. Thank you.
I'll make up for him and make it short. No, it won't interfere. If I was running for supervisor, maybe. Trustee, no, it won't.
No, it won't interfere with my job. I'm very flexible. My cell phone is available to people. You call me, and if you don't get me, leave a message. I will return the phone calls. And I would love to see some scheduled hours at the Township Hall, whether I'm in there or not, and yes, I would be able to sit there. And just to go back to the business thing, I think that if I'm elected, keeping in touch with our business owners is critical, I think, because they keep us going around here. So I would make that a goal to keep in touch with them. Thank you.
Yes, I think regular hours at the township would be a good idea, and I'm the boss of my business. I can be available anytime for anything I choose to be.
I'm an independent agent. I get to come and go as I please as long as I keep my bosses happy. So yeah, my hours are pretty flexible when it comes to that. But that's one of the reasons why I chose not to run for supervisor. If I'm in a position to retire in 5 years like I planned, that's something I would do. But that job takes many hours to perform. As a trustee, I have to be available. I have to answer calls. Whether it's regular hours at a township hall or whether it's just returning calls that are on my answering machine, that's I've had a rule as an agent for 22 years that if I don't return a call in 24 hours, there's something wrong, or assign it to somebody who can return the call. And it is. This line of communication has to be kept open. But at this point, as a trustee, that job's not going to interfere at all.
No, I don't think my job would interfere, and I do think regular hours are a good idea. And the BlackBerry idea is a great idea. I think we should have better cell phone service, so that might be another business to come in.
When I decided to run for trustee, I talked to my boss about it. There's a lot of reasons why I didn't want to run. One of them was pertaining to work. A lot of you know I work for Tree Service in Dowagiac, and their business is 24/7, 365. I had a Christmas one time, and in the middle of Christmas I had to get up and leave because somebody laid their semi over. Other than that, no, I don't believe it would interfere. Rob said it won't interfere. He would give me time off to have some office hours with the township. And unless I'm out upright in the semi at 2 in the morning in a snowstorm, no, I don't think it will interfere really. But it has happened on some of the occasions, Christmas, Thanksgiving, birthdays, I've had to walk out the door. But my family's understood that for many years, 27 years on the fire department. You never know when somebody's going to burn that turkey and you got to run. So really, I don't think it would interfere.
You want to make a closing statement, keep it down to 6